Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And once again, we're going to be taking a look at another Transformer action figure. This one is from the War for Cybertron trilogy, but it actually goes in pretty good with the Studio Series Transformers the movie figures as well. And that is Arcee. Now, she is a cool figure. I like the way they actually did this one. I got one flaw, but let's stop talking about it. Let's go ahead and let's check out this action figure. Alright guys, here she is, but before we get into the figure, first and foremost, let's check out the packaging. So look at the front, you got a nice cool picture of her in alt mode. You got a picture of her on the side right there. Nice drawings, really cool artwork on these boxes. Bottom, Kingdom, War for Cybertron trilogies. On the side, Transformers. On the side, as one see again, very cool artwork. On the back, some product shots, looking really cool. Some legal mumbo jumbo there at the bottom. And on the top, War for Cybertron. That's it for the packaging. Alright, now so let's take a quick look at the figure itself. Alright, so let's get a closer look here. As you can see, she's pretty plain. A little bit of detail on the side. She's got these inside rollers. She's pretty much exposed on the back. And once again on the side, nothing much there. The top looks pretty cool, but at the bottom is where you see the problem. She's pretty much a shell bot. Basically, there's a car shell on top of a robot. But she also comes with an accessory. She comes with her pistol. So here's her pistol right here. Let me see if I can get the camera to actually focus on it. As you can see, it is almost a transparent plastic with a tint of blue on it. It has a little port right there so you can actually mount it on her vehicle mode. And she has two places where you can mount it, right there in the front. And you can position the gun there so you can actually carry it when she's in her shellbot mode, because she's really not a transformer. But before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and let's do some comparison. Alright, so here's Arcee, and since she was in the 1986 Transformers the movie, I figured we should go ahead and compare her with some of these Studio Series 86 Transformers the movie action figures. So first off, we're going to start off with is Cup. Alright, so here she is with Cup. Both of them looking really cool, really nice. I like the way these figures look together. Like I said, the only problem I have with the Arcee figure is that she is a shell bot. But let's go ahead and let's compare it to one of the other Studio 86 figures. Alright, so here she is with Blur. Once again, they look pretty good together. Now, I do hope that eventually for the Studio 86 series that they actually go ahead and make an Arcee figure and they make a different one as opposed to just taking this one and repackaging it in a different box. But let's go ahead, we got one more comparison to do, so let's go ahead and bring out the next figure. And here she is with Hot Rod. Once again, very cool, almost accurate to the 1986 Transformers the movie. Very nice, but let's go ahead, let's get her out of this shellbot mode and let's check out the robot mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
ダイヤクロンレスキュー隊員。彼らは普段君たちと同じ生活をしているが、しかしいざという時、彼らの乗る車はロボットに代わって救助活動を担当する。君のメカはワンボックスかカウンタックか。ダイヤクロンカーロボット。
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here she is in robot mode, and I gotta say, it is a really nice detailed figure. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of the small details on this figure itself. I wish they actually would have did the face or the head helmet piece a different color of white, you know, to try to offset it. But all in all, it's still a very nice figure, lots of detail to her. Lots of posability due to her transformation. She is a really cool figure. Now, as you can see, half of her Shellbot mode is missing, and we're going to show that here in a minute. But you got a lot of open area in the back, which doesn't bother me because she's not going to be facing the wall when she's on display. Now for articulation, she can go left to right and do a 360. She doesn't really have any head tilt. She can go all the way up and all the way down 180 on there. She does have bicep rotation, and she can go well past 90 degrees at the elbow. Now for the arms, she doesn't have wrist rotation, but she does have wrist tilt, which you can still use for posability. She does have waist rotation, as you can see here. This is about as far as she can go towards the splits with the legs going out to the side, which is not a big deal because you can still get her into a lot of different poses, and she does go way past 90 degrees at the knee. Once again, making it an awesome figure to pose up on your display shelf. Now she can't go this far back, and she can go all the way, she can go a little bit forward, not all the way 90 degrees, just slightly under it. And she does have 2 points of rotation at the thigh, and at the foot she doesn't have any foot tilt, but she can go up or down. She is a really cool figure, and I'm actually glad that they actually made an Arcee. They haven't really made too many of these Arcee figures out there, but I'm glad they actually made this one. Now she does come with her pistol, and once again, due to her articulation, you can actually set her up in some really nice poses and get that gun in many different positions the way you want to set her up, which I find is really cool. Once again, posing up this figure is not a big deal. Now for the other half of the Shellbot part of her, what Hasbro decided to do is make it kind of like a hoverboard with a driver and passenger seat, which is really weird. Now it does have 2 pegs, and as you can see on mine, the paint is kind of chipping away when you put her on it. So guys, if you don't want the paint to chip away, don't put your Arcee up there. But you can set her up with the 2 pegs and the 2 ports on the bottom of her feet. And once again, with all the articulation, you can actually set her up as if she's hovering around, shooting Decepticons out in the battlefield. Now the ports are really tight, hence why you strip some of the paint away, but it's really secure, real sturdy. You can use it as the hoverboard, or you can use it as a display stand. However you want to do. Once again, it's your toy, you do what you want with it. But as you can see here, you can set her up on it. All in all, once again, a great figure, but let's go ahead and let's do some comparisons with her. And for comparison, here she is once again with Cup. Once again, she looks really good. They look really nice. I hope that Hasbro actually does make a Arcee for the Studio Series 86 line. I think it'll be a really good thing. I think a lot of people will be really into it, as we haven't really gotten many Arcee figures in this style. So hopefully they'll do it. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the next figure. And here she is once again with Blur. Like I said before, not too happy with the Blur figure when it comes to his arms. Everything else is great, but the arms, I wish they would have done a little bit better job. But I do like the Arcee figure, hence just all the openness in the back. But like I said before, nobody's really going to see it because I don't plan on displaying her facing the wall. But let's go ahead and let's move on to our last comparison. And the last figure for comparison we have here is Hot Rod. Now Hot Rod is one of my favorite figures out of the Studio Series 86, and I do hope that if Hasbro decides to make a Studio 86 Arcee, that they do pay attention and keep in mind that Arcee is the same height as Hot Rod. So when they go to make that figure, I hope they keep that in mind and try to keep it as accurate to the movie as much as possible. Alright guys, so there you have it from War for Cybertron Trilogy, Kingdom, Arcee. Now, For those of you who are completionists, I know you guys already got her. If not, you're planning on getting her. But those of you who just pick and choose certain figures that you like, I do recommend picking this one up. It is a very nice figure, and like I said, has a lot of articulation to it, so you can do a lot of different poses with it and get some crazy stuff going up on your display shelf. But alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this video here for today.
The Transformers will return after these messages. Tired of losing battle after battle in the sky, the Autobots create the ultimate robot jet, Jetfire.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
But the evil Decepticons have a secret new weapon, Shockwave.
The Transformers, robots in disguise.
Shockwave will stop us!
The Transformers,
From Hasbro. We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up another episode of Toy Collector Review here on this channel. Once again, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, if you like the videos that I'm putting out, make sure you hit that like button. It does help. And share this video on all your social medias. Let's get it out there, let's get it big, and share it with all your toy collecting nerd friends. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.